I'm a divine child of the great Mother Father God. A divine child of the great Mother Father God. I'm a divine child of the great Mother Father God. A divine child of the great Mother Father God.
Hello, back with your moon sign readings, just for a refresher so that you know what's going on. Is basically, this is from the Great Mother Speaks Oracle deck, and this deck is specifically designed to help heal mama drama trauma. Mama drama trauma is a planetary disorder. It's a condition in which the mother projects unhealed aspects of herself onto her child, causing emotional and or physical trauma. In cases where she is so committed to her dysfunction, or as a great mother likes to say, is unwilling, unable, or unavailable to heal her own MDT, because it is a cycle, loving detachment is required. So loving detachment is accepting what is. She's sick. She is unable to love you in the way that you need to be loved and support you in the way that you need to be supported. You establish those boundaries the way you need to based on your particular situation. But loving detachment is a practice. It's a practice of accepting what is, that the condition is what it is in your life, and it is manifesting what it is, and accepting that with a gratitude, accepting that with an appreciation for the fact that you are being able to learn more about yourself and to grow through your moon sign, which is basically your soul sign. The sun sign is the physical personality, basically. It's what we do. The sun is what we do. It's great father energy, the law, the logos, the word. Great mother is the Holy Spirit. Great mother is the vortex, is the void. And so it's our emotion. It's what we don't see. Okay, it's our soul. It's our intuitive space. And so we talk about emotion in terms of the moon sign, your reactions, your thoughts, your feelings, but also in terms of your intuition, which is different. And that is your Vedic moon sign, which is traditionally a sign in progression to your moon sign. So if your moon sign is Taurus, well, then your Vedic moon sign is going to be Aries. It's 24 degrees. And so it is possible, with signs being 30 degrees, that your Vedic moon sign is Aries as well. So you want to check the links below, because you might be Aries. So these readings are based on your Western moon sign, but are going to give you some intuitive insights from your general, what would be a sign before, your Vedic moon sign. So we're looking at the house of Libra, and the house of Libra is traditionally the 7th house in astrology. And so, of course, in the Vedic, that is going to be Virgo, traditionally the 6th house. So most of you Libra moon sign people are going to have a Vedic Virgo moon sign. And so that means that you're going to be feeling intuitively a lot of 6th house energy. And so we're going to talk about that in your reading for this new moon. Now, your new moon readings are for you to really get a sense of who you want to be this moon cycle with your loving detachment. What is it that you need to accept in your life as it is and appreciate as it is right here and right now? Because healing is the end of conflict. More specifically, it's the end of internal conflict. So we are experiencing a lot of external conflict in the world. We see it everywhere. And that is because we are all battling ourselves internally. That's how we know it's a planetary disorder. Everybody has some form of not feeling loved, not feeling nurtured and cared for. And so we're projecting this need onto others by what I call demand love. Okay, it's just demanding to be loved the way you want to be, when you want to be, how you want to be. Loving detachment is releasing that. It's asserting, yes, I need love, but let me detach from my structure, from my limitations, from my perceived notions of how that love needs to be manifested or shown to me. Western moon sign is emotional because it is your moon sign, but more specifically, we just focus on emotion and not intuition with the Western moon sign, because the Western moon is earth-centric. So it's based on you, this lifetime, okay, and how you're feeling in this moment. New moon wishes are based on how you're feeling in this moment. How are you feeling in this moment in relation to where you want to feel 28, 29 days from now? That's what your new moons are generally based on. And then more specifically, new moon wishes are made with the Western moon sign because they're based on how you feel. And so how are you feeling about Libra related issues? How are you feeling about your relationships with others? Okay, how is the relationship with yourself manifesting in those relationships personally and professionally? And what needs to be tweaked? Well, I want to have more productive relationships with people in my workplace. And in order for me to do that, I want to be more considerate toward those that I work with. Is a good example of a Libra new moon wish. And so this reading is going to give all signs a perspective on exactly how to do those new moon wishes, looking at your emotions. But then also, because each card does have a chakra, it's going to specifically look at the chakra of your general Vedic moon sign in relationship to what Great Mother is sharing with you, that is coming through intuitive, through that Holy Spirit space and guiding you toward your direction over the next 28 days. So enjoy your reading. Thanks for watching. Hello, Taurus moon sign people. Hope you had a wonderful end of the eclipse season. It was quite powerful. The active eclipse season. The last three there in July and August. We're going to have a nodal shift coming up here November 7th. So midterm elections are November 6th. So moving from Leo North Node to Cancer North Node is moving from Great Father, outer expressive energy, to internal Great Mother, Cancer, ruled by the moon energy. And so we are just going to see. But I predict that the changes that are underway will not be fully manifested until that nodal shift is fully grounded. And so since it happens a day after the elections, it'll probably, happen during the general 2020 elections. I don't know why I thought about that for you, Taurus, but because Taurus moon sign people, you have Uranus in your house right now, so a lot of changes are going on. Okay, and so that might be nice for you to know about that particular change that's happening as well. Taurus moon sign people, you are more than likely Aries moon sign in the Vedic, right? Because that's a sign before for you, and so intuitively you may be feeling a pull to lead because of the changes that are going on, in your life right now. You might be feeling a pull to assert yourself more than you normally have. Of course, Aries is always your Vedic moon sign, but Uranus has just come out of Aries, and so that was kind of 12th house lunar energy for you for that Uranus, and I'm feeling a pull to really address that Uranus for you right now. So you might want to do a little bit of research about that if you haven't already, about Uranus in Taurus. It will be there for 7 years and entered the sign in May. Now, for this Libra new moon, what Great Mother is saying for you, that this is quite obviously 6th house energy for you. And so we really want to look at the emotional state of your daily life. Okay. Your work, your routines, how you eat, your diet, how you take care of yourself, if you have health issues and concerns, how are you managing those, just your daily life. And a real part of daily life are enemies. So since we are talking about trauma, that is a battle that we have to fight in order to regain our power, our sense of power. That's really important for Taurus moon sign, to have that power be expressed in a way that is meaningful to it, that is meaningful to you. So with Libra new moon really shining a light on it, even though it is a dark moon, we don't have any dark moon cards here. But she's saying that right now where you are, Taurus moon sign people, is really preparing yourself for your full moon. Your full moon is the next full moon that we have this month. And so you're preparing yourself for really expressing yourself and really expressing how you feel. So again, wanting to be the leader of your emotions, that isn't really something that's a challenge for you. But if you are dealing with trauma, if you're dealing with the situation that is causing you to feel outside of your body, causing you to disassociate with your highest self, your highest expression of yourself, that's what throat chakra energy is. It's our higher will. Gut chakra is our lower will. And fifth chakra is ruled by Mercury in the Vedic. And so this is about Virgo, Gemini energy. And so where in your life is your mother a Virgo or a Gemini? Is she a Virgo or Gemini moon? What about this has meaning for you in your life? Now, right now, I believe Mercury is in Scorpio. No, Mercury is in Libra now. So, Mercury is in Libra. So, that's important. That's important because Libra for you is your sister sign. It's your yin. It's your yin. So you are in a kind of intuitive space about expressing yourself. You're ready to, as we see in this scene of The Wizard of Oz, take the broom. And some of you have. Some of you have taken your power back from MDT. Some of you have taken your power back from other traumas in your life. But some of you are still kind of ruminating and meditating on that, and the full moon that's coming up is going to give you the clarity that you need to fully express what you need to express about that, not so much to others but to yourself, to free yourself, because this is about selfhood. This is about transforming and being reborn in a way that you more effectively express yourself. You've been in a pattern. You've been in a holding pattern of what you thought you needed, what you thought you wanted, but it's really changed. So as we see with the return home for Dorothy, when things changed for her in the balsamic moon here, which is about download, about reflecting, about recuperating, you have been through a journey, and you need to realize that as a result of that journey, your emotional parameters have shifted, and there are some things that are different for you now that you need to awaken to, not overlook. This is in the what not to overlook position. Pele, the Mayan volcano goddess, the eruption so that we can see beyond the veil what's truly true. And the awakening card in this scene of The Wizard of Oz has to do with Dorothy entering Munchkin Land and being greeted by Glinda the Good Witch with the question, the Munchkins want to know, are you a good witch or a bad witch? To which Dorothy responds, I'm not a witch at all. I'm Dorothy from Kansas. So she hasn't gone through the journey yet. So she doesn't want you to overlook the fact that you have gone through this journey. Gut chakra energy. Gut chakra is ruled by Mars. And so Martian energy rules Scorpio and Aries. And so Aries is your Vedic moon sign. And so she really doesn't want you to overlook Taurus moon sign people that you do know whether you're a good witch or a bad witch. And what is a good witch and what is a bad witch? A bad witch is someone who uses their yin energy to control people. And a good witch is someone who uses her yin energy, her emotional, her intuitive energy to give life, support herself, and to support others. The transformative opportunity is that you have already kind of gone through a journey of sorts. We all cycle through, this suit of aspire, because we're always aspiring to live in loving detachment. R is the R in aspire. And so in this suit, we focus on the throat chakra. So you have this throat chakra again, which is really what caused me to go into that internal space, which is what the balsamic moon is about. The balsamic moon is about that downloading, even though we have this full moon, which is how you're entering this new moon. You're ready to shine. And some of you are. Some of you have gone through this period and you're like, hey, I know what kind of witch I am and this is what I'm doing. Gut chakra, that Martian energy is clear as a bell, and it is communicating to me, exactly where I need to be in my body and how I feel. But some of you are still kind of doubtful, and that's who Great Mother's coming through for as well. And she's saying that you are going through a rebirthing process. Okay. And so if that feels kind of strange, not to be exactly clear, you will be, just as Dorothy is recuperating at this particular time, and she's sharing her journey with others. And often that's very important, to share your experience with others. I mean, it's imperative actually to share your experiences with others. And that's what I do in my coaching work. I listen to and I support people to live in loving detachment, because it's a dialogue that has to take place. It's a reprogramming that has to take place. An athlete doesn't become an $80 million athlete without coaches. And even once they do, they always have coaches. And so we don't just get here. I didn't just get here by myself. We have to have that support, that group around us that ushers in that divine expression, not just that expression of the trauma, which is important to have that experience, but the toxicity of that gets to such that we get to a point where whether we're going to live or we're going to die. Brigid Selfhood says, live, Taurus moon sign. And Great Mother is saying, okay, you've decided to do that. And so you're awakening to your true self, that whether you are living in that toxicity or whether you're going forward in love and life. And you were saying, hey, I'm going forward with my divine expression. And the center of your reading, Taurus moon sign people, is the processing card, the P in Aspire. You are reflecting. You are really cultivating a sense within yourself of surrender that allows you to download the information that you need to understand the energy of every mother. Many of us are mothers, and we have had to halt ourselves from perpetuating mama drama trauma. It is a cycle. And this is very, very challenging to do because, again, it has to be reprogrammed. And so we have to have the support to do that, just like we had the support to get the toxicity. And so that's what we are handing down. So to stop that, in the center of our reading, as you're going through this rebirthing process, and whether it is by a child or a personal or professional relationship, as this energy is in sixth house energy, which indicates perhaps there's an enemy there. Maybe there's someone at work. Maybe there's someone in your home that is really still perpetuating this. They haven't grown as much as you have. They haven't done the healing work that you have. And so you're processing all this. You're downloading all this. You're becoming very mature and very aware of the realities now. And Great Mother is just saying, good job. You are processing. You're becoming aware. What's in your shadow is that you don't know that. Things are coming together for you, Taurus moon sign people. It doesn't feel like that yet. And so we have we have full moon again. And so this is really Taurus full moon. She wants you to be ready to shine your light. Things are coming together for you. She's saying with this sixth chakra, which is our third eye, right? And it's ruled by the moon. That's Cancer energy. This Cancer energy for you, of course, has to do with your Vedic. And so with your Vedic being Aries, that is going to be fourth house energy. And so again, that mother energy, that home energy, maybe you're moving from a home, having to do with real estate. Maybe there are other things that are going on, in other words, with your daily life, your sixth house energy, that is kind of at the axis of fourth house energy, which is Cancer. That's making you feel a little, like things are not coming together. This is so disorganized. I'm doing too much at once. And Taurus likes to feel grounded, with that sidereal Aries, though, it's fire. And so it's moving. And so you have a lot of active energy going on right now. That may be also the reason why you're feeling a little bit ungrounded at this time. But remember, with that Mercury and this full moon that you're approaching this with in Libra, that's really giving you, this sense of being able to rectify anything that goes wrong. So sometimes when we are communicating ourselves and we have gone through a rebirth, yes, we're in a divine expression, but we're not communicating things perfectly. We don't have the perfect language, and we do language and phraseology in our MDT support group. They are awesome courses on, how you speak your truth and how you have confronting conversations with love. Living in loving detachment is a language too. It's a different love language, and we make mistakes. So Great Mother is saying that's okay. Things are coming together even still, and Taurus can really pick up vibes from people and things like that makes you feel a certain kind of way. And Great Mother saying, You have S. You have self-inquiry of the aspire. Ask yourself, did I say that with the worst intentions? Am I really being a bad person, or am I really trying to grow on my path? I'm new at this asserting how to use this yin internal energy and then express it with my yang active energy through my throat chakra. This is a whole new thing for me. Give yourself a break. Do the self-inquiry that allows you to tell yourself the truth. Is it true that I'm being mean? Is it true that I'm being insensitive? Is it true that I am not allowing others to express themselves? Again, feeling a certain kind of way just because you're picking up energy from other people doesn't mean that it's true. It just means that earth father energy, that yang energy is coming out, and you're downloading this from a real true sense of, this is second chakra energy, the Anka second chakra. You're really doing that from a expansive sense. And so you might be really, really talking a lot, and making a lot of mistakes. Okay. Second chakra is ruled by Jupiter. And so Jupiter is big. Jupiter rules Pisces and Aquarius. And so, we have, this energy that is saying that you are moving forward with this Aries fire energy in your gut. You are expressing yourself with this throat chakra energy, but you have an expansive sense of all of this going on that may be clouding the fact that things are coming together for you, and they are. You're just needing to dance with a little more introspection that is kinder to yourself, okay? Because what needs to be let go of is anything that's keeping you from taking responsibility for the choices that you've made. You've made some choices. Yes, you have grown, but you haven't brought them, because this is balsamic moon, this is download, this is right before the new moon energy that we have here going on with R. You have the P of the Aspire acronym. You have the S of the Aspire acronym. So you have all these balsamic moon energies that are saying that you're downloading a lot, and that is why, Taurus moon sign people, you might not necessarily feel that you have made a choice, that you're recalibrating the choices that you've made along this journey, and you haven't really looked at those changes, and you really need to take inventory. Okay, you have two gut chakras, and your gut chakra is coming through strong, so you have the information. You're getting the hits. It's just that the lower wheel is hitting you harder than the higher wheel, which is telling you that things are coming together. And that's okay. It's not a judgment. It's just information. And that's why this reading is useful for you at this particular time, because you have made some choices, but the center card for you is take responsibility for those choices. This is the waning gibbous moon that is about, the overflow from the full moon before. So you've had overflow from that Pisces Aries full moon that just came, and that boom Aries energy is in you now. So you like, wow, you're going for it. And even though that's 12th house lunar energy for you, 12th house lunar energy in the Vedic is very, very powerful. It's very, very powerful. There's a thing called Sati Sati that begins with the 12th house, the 12th lunar house, that has to do with the 7 years. That is that ancient, 7 years bad luck, 7 years good luck, 7 years marriage, 7 years, that 7-year cycle starts from that ancient wisdom of Sati Sati. And so 12th house, Aries, is very popular. Gut chakra again. Mars rules Aries. And so for you, yes, this is in your center. Great Mother is saying that you are ready to completely respond to your new life and your new expression. You're completely ready. You're completely prepared. You have done your work. Even though it's been deeply intuitive, it's been deeply emotional, just because it's been that way doesn't mean that we shouldn't give credit for it. What will keep us from getting credit for it is great father energy. Sometimes it's always wanting the proof, right? It's always wanting the evidence, right? And so earth father energy in this scene we can see is very loving. Tap into that. Tap into that loving yin energy that is awakened to a good way to use that yin energy, that intuitive energy, not a way that continues the abandonment and abuse, but in a way that remembers those that have shared your journey. There's been some very positive yang energy that share your journey. Kind of reflect on them, the good guys, so to speak, in your life, whether they be male or female, but people who are very active and have that Aries energy going on that you admire and that have been a part of your life and that have supported you. Remember them. This is the scene when he comes back, and he says, "You remember me?" And it's a double entendre because he's a farmhand on the farm that she was playing with out in the farm when Aunt Em told her to go on somewhere when she was counting the chickens to go to market. But he was also the scarecrow on her yellow brick road. Do you remember me? So remember people like that, Taurus moon sign people that have been positive on your journey, because they're going to help you to see how things are coming together. They're just coming together in a different way than maybe what you've been used to in the past. And so release anything that's not allowing you to process these things in a positive, loving way. Great Mother wants us to always know that we are divine, dearly loved children of the Great Mother, Father God, who were never judged, condemned, or left alone. Remember me? You're never alone. So it might be a teacher from grade school that was a great coach and just a loving person, great father figure, and you didn't have that. But just remember him. How did he act? How would he handle what you're dealing with now and go through it? Think like that. Just pull from the blessings that you have. Angels, guides, and ancestors come in many forms. Great Mother is saying that what's going to facilitate this processing for you, Taurus moon sign people, is letting go of the fear that you cannot do it. You do have what you need to do it. This is, in fact, the scene when Dorothy sings Somewhere Over the Rainbow. When she has been told to go on off somewhere and she kind of fools around with the farm hands, and then she goes to the side with Toto there singing to Great Mother. Now, her mother has passed over, and so that's who she's singing to. She remembers the lullaby as a baby that her mother sang. Remember the good, Taurus moon sign people, and many of you already are. Many of you already are in this place of self-expression. And so for you, this is a confirmation. This reading is a confirmation, once again, that you are in that space of divine expression. But particularly for Great Mother's children who are still in that intuitive space, because we have so many of those balsamic moon cards that are talking about intuitive space. And so that's why I'm emphasizing for you, focus on the loving energy, as she did when she didn't know what to do. Nobody was listening to her about Miss Gulch, and the farmhands all gave her real bad advice about what to do, and she just went and she just connected with Great Mother, which is what you're doing right now. You're connecting with Great Mother through your yellow brick road journey. First quarter moon energy, this half moon with the white on the right side, is about facing challenges, taking action to face challenges. And so taking that action, you have all this Aries energy. You got Aries energy right here with processing. You have the gut chakra energy again right here. You have that energy to support you in taking action. So that's the quarter. Now the chakra is root chakra. And so root chakra is Capricorn Aquarius energy. Root chakra is ruled by Saturn. And so Saturn right now is in Sagittarius in the Vedic. And so for you, Taurus moon sign people, Aries in the Vedic, that's going to be 8th house energy. And that's going to be Aries in the Vedic with Sagittarius, that's 9th house energy. And so 9th house is about higher learning. There's some things that you have learned, okay, that spiritual download stuff that really needs to be what you ground yourself in, just as what Dorothy, she got that higher learning from those loving lullabies, and she went back to it when she needed it. It's time for you to go back to it. You need it now. And that's going to help you be kinder to yourself, through asking yourself, is it true that I'm being inconsiderate, as you move through this very necessary phase of taking responsibility for your new place. You are in a new space. It might feel like, just like you move into a new house, you don't quite know, where things should go or how things should fit, but you want to be grounded. I know, Taurus, you want to be grounded right now. And so that's why we have root chakra here. It's letting you know that that Saturnal energy is there to support you grounding yourself, but the fear is something that is keeping you from seeing that things are coming together. Reflect again on that positive yang energy in your life which also is symbolized in the Vedic by ninth house energy, by Jupiter energy. Ninth house in the Vedic is that father energy, that loving energy, that teacher energy. And so she's really emphasizing for you to reflect on where you have received that through your angels, guides, and ancestors in physical and non-physical experiences that you've had. Your outcome for this new moon at this particular time would be new moon wishes to help you with your self-compassion. Crescent moon comes right after this new moon. And so as you make your new moon wishes, be sure that you direct them toward means in which you can be more self-compassionate, because this is something that is really kind of literally uprooting the root sign, Taurus, and emotionally. But remember, your Vedic, intuitively for most of you, is Aries. It's very powerful. Now, Aries is ruled by Mars, which is gut chakra. That's heart below energy. That is that visceral, emotional energy. Heart chakra energy and heart above energy is more intuitive. It's more higher knowledge energy. And so your new moon wishes should help you, should be request to connect you with that wisdom in ways that you will be able to access the support from positive individuals in your life. For example, related to Libra, new moon in Libra wishes. Great Mother, I ask that I am no longer, I ask that, now what would you wish with this reading? I ask that what I have learned for the benefit of my growth moving forward is something that is reinforced by the positive people and circumstances in my life. Okay, I ask Great Mother that what I have learned up to this point about myself and how I want to move forward is what I am able to use in order to more fully live my life. Okay, and so it sounds general, but remember, this is sixth house energy for you. So this is your life, your daily life. And I hope that is something that really instructs you about how to work with the lunar energies, as well as how to reflect upon them for your next new moon. Now, remember, the Taurus full moon is coming up, and I hope to have those for you, because that is your full moon for the year. Thanks for watching. And remember, as always, Great Mother loves you, and I do too.
The Great Mother Father God, a divine child of the Great Mother Father God. I'm a divine child of the Great Mother Father God, a divine child of the Great Mother Father God. I am Great Mother, the still small voice of the Holy Spirit, Yin Divine Mother, Cosmic Womb.